Welcome back, friends. Have you ever felt like life is passing you by and you're not making much progress towards your goal? It can be frustrating to watch the days go by without feeling like you're accomplishing anything meaningful. Maybe you're stuck in a job that you don't like, or you haven't been able to find the motivation to pursue your passions. Whatever the reason, feeling stagnant can take a toll on your mental health and your well being. I can definitely relate to that feeling. For a significant portion of the last 2 years, I felt like I was lacking the motivation to do the things that actually mattered to me. Despite wanting to work out and meditate, I found myself not doing those things as hard as I tried, and then beating myself up for not doing them. I tried reading books on habit building to try and find a way to sort of like get myself up. But like despite having that knowledge, I still wouldn't be able to do this. I'd probably start something, try and build a habit for like a week and then fall right back off. It was frustrating to say the least, but I knew I could not give up. It's amazing how much can change when we commit to taking small, consistent steps to changing our lives. I mean, I can attest to this from my own experience. Fast forward to today, and I've completely transformed my daily routine. I meditate every day, I eat healthy, I work out, I have a to-do list of all the things that I need to do, and I actually do them. I've also been able to pursue my passions like reading, building a business, building a career, and upskilling. And perhaps most importantly, I take time each day to reflect on my day and think about how I can be better tomorrow. It's been an incredible journey, and I honestly feel like I'm living my best life. I know firsthand how challenging it can be to make these changes, and that's why I'm sharing my experience with you. I'll be sharing the things that I do every single day to keep myself productive while also rested and in a calm state of mind. One of the biggest breakthroughs for me was learning to focus on the process and not just the end goal. I used to set big goals for myself, but then I would get so caught up in the end goal that I would not pay much attention to the steps I needed to take to get there. For example, when I started working out, I used to daydream about how great it would be to work out every single day for a year, but I never really thought about or like contemplated on what it would take to be the person that works out every single day in a year. That's when I realized that I needed to break down my goals into smaller, more manageable pieces. Instead of focusing on losing 2 to 5 kgs, I then started focusing on working out 1 day a week. And once I had that down, I added another day and then another. Slowly but surely, I was building up the habit of working out regularly. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. By breaking down my goals into smaller pieces, I was able to focus on the process and not get overwhelmed by the end goal. And as I started seeing progress, it gave me motivation to keep going. If you're feeling stuck with your own goals, I encourage you to break them down into smaller pieces. Focus on the process, not just the end result. And remember, progress is progress no matter how small. By taking small steps every day, you can achieve your goals and live the life that you want. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. Routine, routine, routine. They say that routine is the key to success, and I couldn't agree more. When you have a routine, you start to develop behaviors that become automatic. It's like you don't even have to think about them anymore. They become a part of who you are. That's why I knew that if I wanted to win the year, I had to start by winning the morning. I set up a morning routine that included all the habits that I wanted to be a part of me. It starts with listening to affirmations that I've recorded, preparing a 500 ml glass of water, and then meditating. After that, I journal and then do my morning skincare routine. Then I change into my workout clothes and go for my morning walk. I try my best to do all these things in exactly the same order every day, so that it becomes a natural part of my routine. I can't stress enough how important this routine has been for me. It sets a tone for the rest of the day and helps me feel more productive and relaxed. And the best part is, once I've completed my morning routine, I feel like I've already accomplished something for the day. If you're struggling to establish good habits or be more productive, I highly recommend starting with a morning routine. And remember, it's okay if it takes some time to establish the routine that works best for you. Just keep at it, and soon enough, it will become second nature. Planning is an essential aspect of achieving success. You cannot expect to achieve your goals if you do not have a plan. I live by the saying, failure to plan is planning to fail. That's why every Sunday I take the time to plan my meals, workouts, and days for the week. I also do a brain dump whereby I write down every single thing that I want to get done during the week in no order, just like have them all there, so that it's no longer filling up my mind. Planning my meals helps me stay on track with my healthy eating goals, and meal prepping helps to save time during the week. Planning my workouts in advance helps me to be very intentional with my time at the gym. I know exactly what exercise I'm going to do every single day, and that makes my workouts more effective. Similarly, planning my days helps me be more productive. I like to plan my days during breakfast. This is usually after my morning routine. By that time, I have a better sense of what the day ahead will look like. I also take the time to plan out all my social media content for the day to try and limit my screen time during the week. This includes posts, captions, and graphics. By doing this, I'm able to stay consistent with my posting schedule and ensure that I'm sharing content that aligns with my brand and my message. I believe that planning is a key component of success. Whether you're trying to achieve a fitness goal or a career goal, having a plan in place can help you reach there faster and more effectively. So take time to plan your week ahead and watch as you start to achieve your goals with ease. Have you ever felt like you have so much to do, but then the day ends and you haven't completed any of them? That was me before I started time blocking. Time blocking is simply scheduling specific blocks of time for each task on your to-do list. This has been a game changer for me because not only does it give me a clear sense of direction for my day, but it also helps me get into a state of deep work where I can completely focus on the task at hand without any distractions. I still use journal or like a notebook to plan my day. So I typically list down all the activities I have planned for the day in order of what time I want to get them done and how long I want to spend on each task. As I mentioned, I prefer to use a journal, but you can do this on your calendar or on software such as Notion. The key is to be realistic with your time estimates. It's important to account for breaks and other distractions that may come up throughout the day. Additionally, I find it very helpful to group similar tasks together. For example, if I have several phone calls to make, I'll block out a specific time just to make all those phone calls at once. This helps me stay in a productive mindset and reduces the mental energy required to switch between different types of tasks. Another benefit of time blocking is that it helps to prevent procrastination. When you have a specific time slot dedicated to a task, you're more likely to start working on it immediately rather than pushing it off to later. Plus, knowing that you only have a set amount of time to complete a task can help increase your sense of urgency and motivation. Overall, time blocking is a simple but powerful technique for improving productivity and achieving your goals. Whether you prefer to plan your time the night before or the morning of, taking the time to block out specific time slots for each task can make a huge difference in your productivity and overall sense of accomplishment. So go ahead and give it a try. Your future self will thank you. Taking care of our mental health is crucial for staying productive and achieving our goals. That's why I make it a priority to incorporate activities that promote mental well-being into my daily routine. For me, these activities usually involve starting my day off on the right foot with my morning routine. One of the key components of my morning routine is meditation. I meditate every day to improve my focus and create moments of stillness in my mind that are hard to come by during the busy day ahead. This helps me approach my day with a calm and clear mind ready to tackle any challenge that comes my way. Another important activity that I prioritize for my mental health is journaling. Journaling has been a game changer for me because it allows me to process my thoughts and emotions in a healthy way. Whenever I'm feeling confused or upset about a situation, I write about it in my journal. This helps me gain clarity and perspective on the issue, and often leaves me feeling lighter and more at peace. On the other hand, when I'm feeling happy or accomplished, I also take time to write about it. This helps me reflect on my accomplishments and give myself a well-deserved pat on the back. By prioritizing my mental health, I'm able to bring my best self to every area of my life, whether it's work, relationships, or personal pursuits. When my mind is in a good place, I'm better able to handle the challenges and enjoy the successes. It's important to remember that mental health is just as important as physical health, and that taking care of our mind should be a top priority in our daily lives. Sleep is so important for our overall health and productivity. Without enough sleep, we can feel sluggish, irritable, and find it difficult to concentrate. That's why I prioritize getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. It really makes a difference in my energy levels and my ability to focus throughout the day. So, I recently learned that coffee has a half-life of 5 to 7 hours, which means that half the coffee that you drank could still be in your system up to 7 hours later. So if you're someone who drinks a lot of coffee throughout the day, like I was, it's important to be mindful of the timing and the amount of coffee that you're drinking. I've started limiting my coffee intake and avoiding it altogether after a certain time in the morning, which has helped me sleep better at night. I've also been experimenting with sleep training myself without the use of an alarm. I found that alarms can create unnecessary stress and anxiety for me, which can disrupt my sleep quality. Instead, I aim to be in bed and asleep by 10 p.m. every night and allow myself to wake up naturally between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. every morning. It's still a work in progress, but I'm already noticing that I'm waking up feeling more rested and energized than before. So if you're struggling with sleep, I highly recommend trying out some sleep training techniques and seeing what works best for you. Taking breaks is just as important as staying focused and productive. In fact, taking breaks can actually improve your productivity by allowing your mind and body to rest and recharge. That's why I always ensure to schedule in breaks throughout my day. And I give myself 90 minutes after my gym sessions to shower, eat, and just chill out. During my breaks, I like to do things that help me relax and unwind. Sometimes I'll watch a funny video or chat with a friend, and other times I'll just lie down. Whatever it is, I try and make sure that I'm doing something that makes me feel good and helps me recharge. And I always set a timer for my breaks so that I don't accidentally go past time and lose focus for the rest of the day. It's important to note that everyone's break needs are different. Some people may need longer breaks while others may need shorter ones. And what works for me may not work for someone else. That's why it's important to pay attention to your own needs and adjust your breaks accordingly. The most important thing is to make sure that you're taking the time to rest and recharge so that you can come back to your work feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the rest of the day. The most important aspect of productivity is having fun. Yes, you heard that right. If you're not enjoying the process of creating the life that you want, then what's the point? So smile at the tasks on your to-do list and get excited at ticking them off at the end of the day. It's all about having the right mindset and finding joy in the things that you do. Now, I'm not saying that you should take things lightly and not take your responsibilities seriously. Of course, you need to put in the effort and the work required to achieve your goal, but that doesn't mean that you can't have fun along the way. Take each day with a little leap in your step and approach your tasks with a positive attitude. Trust me, it makes a huge difference in how you feel and how you perform. Productivity doesn't have to be boring or stressful. With the right mindset and approach, you can have fun while achieving your goals. So smile, enjoy the process, and take each day with a little bit of ease. Calm down. Trust me, you'll be surprised at how much more productive and fulfilled you'll feel. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. I'm always curious to hear about how other people stay productive. So please feel free to share your tips and tricks in the comments below. It's always great to learn new strategies and techniques for getting things done. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, please consider subscribing to my channel. By subscribing, you'll be supporting me to create more videos like this. Plus, it's completely free. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I truly hope that you found some useful information that you can apply to your own life. Remember, productivity isn't about being perfect or getting everything done all at once. It's about finding a system that works for you and helps you to achieve your goals in a sustainable way. So let's continue the conversation in the comments and keep supporting each other and our productivity journey. Bye!